It's estimated there are up to 1 million people living illegally in the UK. Many come into the country on a tourist visa, but find a way to stay on and work illegally. One problem for the immigration service is the number of Brazilians who use fake Portuguese ID cards. In Yeovil, Somerset, an enforcement team led by PC Phil Artingstall has been given a tip-off that Brazilian illegal immigrants are working in a bingo hall.
Information has been received to the effect that there are several Brazilian nationals working at the bingo hall in Yeovil. These persons are all believed to be using counterfeit Portuguese documents to obtain employment. The intention is to enter and search the premises and detain all staff members for immigration checks.
Being Portuguese speakers, Brazilians with fake ID can convince an employer they belong to the European Union and have the right to work.
We believe that the Brazilian staff are being used as catering workers and working on the kiosks in the actual bingo hall itself.
Can somebody check there, please? Hi, can you just stay there for me, please? OK, is the manager about? Police and immigration. We have a warrant here to enter and search this premises and speak to your staff because we have reason to believe that some of the staff that are working here are illegally in the country.
With such a large building to search, the team split up to make sure no workers are missed.
We just want to make sure there's no one hiding, basically. Clear. You never know what you're going to find, that's the thing. You never know how big something is and where someone could be hiding.
OK, you want to take a seat, please, sir?
Sarah, who's not in tonight.
Thank you. And the manager has produced documentation to us in relation to members of staff that he employs. We're just checking them to make sure there's no anomalies with the documents and their possible counterfeits.
Immigration officer Ronnie Watson discovers that this woman's family is from Brazil.
Mother's Brazilian, so what's your nationality? Do you have Portuguese nationality? OK.
He checks the woman's details against the Home Office database.
OK, so there's nothing to say that she's actually got Portuguese nationality. Basically, all we've got on Home Office systems is that she's a Brazilian national and she had a 6-month visit visa. So I'm just going to go and ask her a few more questions to see why she's still here. Have you got a Portuguese passport? You haven't got a Portuguese passport, just a Portuguese ID card.
The young lady that sat there has produced to the employer a Portuguese ID card, which is on her employment file. We've run some checks on our system. She comes back as somebody of the same name, the same date of birth, having entered the UK as a visitor on a Brazilian passport. She's denying this and she's stating that she's actually Portuguese and she entered on her Portuguese ID card. OK,
Ms Barbosa, we've got conflicting stories here, OK? To that end, I'm arresting you now on suspicion of being an overstay in the United Kingdom. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Should she not be a Portuguese national, she is actually Brazilian, then she'll be taken to the police station and we'll make arrangements to remove her from the country.
First, the team want to search for the woman's fake ID and, crucially, her genuine passport. If their records are correct, it would prove she's Brazilian and overstayed her visa.
I'd just like to take a seat for a moment. Whereabouts is your ID card?
I miss them. I don't have any.
You don't have it? And you don't have your passport? OK. Have you got anything at all to prove that you're Portuguese? Nothing at all? No? Phil, spot receiving. Yeah, lady claims not to have
Any proof of either Portuguese or Brazilian nationality in the premises, sir?
Yeah, all received. If you have a look in the obvious places, then have a quick search, and once you're happy, give us a shout.
Here received.
The team has a lot to search through. The bingo hall worker seems to have accumulated a lot of stuff during her time here. Now she decides to help out.
You find one green bag.
Green backpack.
No, backpack.
A backpack?
Green
No,
bag.
not in there. The bag should be in here, did you say?
Yeah.
It's dawning on her that she's in trouble and that we're not going to accept the fact that she's Portuguese. So she's trying to come up with little snippets of information, and then hopefully she'll eventually divulge to us where her Brazilian passport is.
Giovanni, what we don't want to have to do is keep you in custody for longer than we have to.
I know, but I tried to. The only place that showed me is there. She said that she didn't find a green bag. Should be there, I don't know.
All right, just have a seat, relax.
Sometimes the thought of us going through people's personal things tend to make them show us where these things will be, but obviously that's not going to work in this case. Do you know where the passport is?
If I knew, I would get it.
Okay, but it's a Brazilian passport, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
The team did not find the woman's passport. But in a formal interview, she admitted to being Brazilian and an illegal worker. After 2 days in detention, she was sent back to Brazil. Calais is the bottleneck of Europe. Trucks from the continent and beyond queue here to come into Britain. 1.5 million of them every year. It's an ideal opportunity for those who want to smuggle their way to the UK. There are over 400 British immigration officers working in this corner of France. Just starting his night shift is Officer John Cassidy.
So we're in the port of Calais at the entrance. The passport booths here are where the French-English control zone begins. So from here we have jurisdiction until it gets down onto the boat by the berths here. So as the lorries approach here, they show their passports at the booth where they'll be checked to make sure they're allowed to travel on. We will then select vehicles to be searched in our sheds.
This selection process is known as spotting. After 2 years at Calais, Officer Cassidy knows what to look for.
But we have certain vehicles we like to look out for. If they don't like they've been secured, find out if they've been sleeping in the port area outside, which is where most illegals will try to enter the vehicle. So the job here is just to traffic management and make sure that the right vehicles get selected for searching.
In 2007, immigration officers stopped nearly 12,000 people trying to cross the channel hidden in lorries. That's more than 30 every day. Chief Immigration Officer Kerry Lockie is prepared for a busy night.
The optimum time that we have fines are between 2 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock in the morning, purely and simply because that's when the lorry drivers are sleeping. So it is usually without their knowledge illegals manage to get into the vehicles.
Slow from Calais?
No, non-stop, van lock, this.
The officer's favourite tool is the CO2 probe. It detects the breathing of anyone hiding in the trunk.
No, it looks good. No, that's clear. It's fine, yeah, it's clear.
All clear. We're clear with that.
A little less high-tech, but equally effective, the nose.
Well, the bonfire smell that we tend to get when we open them up is because they've been living rough in camps around the area. We understand, obviously, they've got the old bonfires and whatnot going to keep themselves warm, so that's a distinct smell that we tend to find when we open up the lorries.
Sometimes they're unlucky enough to wear shoes with reflective strips on them, which helps give them away. You put the torch in, it just flashes up on you.
It's nearly home time for the team. They've checked more than 100 trucks during the night, but still they haven't found any illegal entrants.
You got something? Hang on a minute, I've just got in. I'm going straight up though. 420, 430. Let's go in. As we put the probe in, the readings started to rise quite dramatically immediately, which is usually a good sign. It means that someone might have been in there for quite a while. CO2 builds up, so it doesn't take long for it to be drawn into the probe. Go straight up and we get excited then.
Is that all the way down?
The lorry's load is industrial drain pipes.
They look like they go all the way through, though. You got it?
Yeah. How many can you see? 3 so far.
Oh, I can smell. You can smell.
There's pipe that goes all the way along, but there's a slight gap to one side, and I think they must have crawled along there. And from what we can see, where it dips down, there's some shoulders and some tops of heads. We think 4 or 5 possibly at the moment. One of my colleagues is down there speaking to him at the moment.
It's pipe work all the way down. There's 4 just hidden at 10, 15 foot down on the further side. What we're going to have to do now is take the curtain off at the side, get a better picture of it. Just can't really see from here. Need a bit more light. There he is.
Are you all Iraqi? Are they all Iraqi?
No.
You? Yeah, you sure? You keep smiling. We're just trying to confirm anybody's actually in here at the moment and their nationalities. Take some photos in situ to show how they got in and where they are hiding for future reference. And then we'll try to get them down safely. Just you next with Charlie. 1 minute, wait.
Next step is to match their photographs to the names. The majority of these people do not carry documents at all because they don't really want to be identified with their country. And also, a lot of them don't actually have documents anyway because of the countries that they come from.
This is what it's all about, actually. You feel like you've done your job. This is what we're here for, to try and find these people. You know they're trying to get here, so you get a buzz and a satisfaction when you do finally get you searching all night long to finally get at least someone. You know it's been worthwhile. That's 5 more people who haven't been successful on this occasion. They will no doubt try again at some stage, and hopefully we'll be able to thwart them again, and they won't be successful next time. But it's what we're here for, and if you don't catch them, you don't feel like you're doing your job. So this is a nice one. This makes you go home on a bus now and go, yeah, good one last night.
The driver was fined £500 and the owner of his vehicle a further £1,500. Coming up, the student who doesn't make the grade.
Either you're not telling me the truth, sir, or the college isn't.
And Portuguese or not Portuguese? That is the question.
Right to say, it's been altered. It's been altered. The details have been altered on it.